Welcome to our exploration of the historical and environmental context of climate myths. In this video, we'll delve into the intricate web of understanding climate myths, examining how historical narratives and environmental signs shape our perceptions. From unraveling the scientific evidence that contradicts popular misconceptions to analyzing the influences of economic interests and cultural beliefs, we will navigate the complex landscape of climate discourse. Join us as we shed light on the critical role of media and education in combating these myths and fostering a more informed society. 1. Understanding climate myths. Climate myths have been around for quite some time, creating confusion and misleading the public about the reality of our changing environment. These myths often stem from misunderstandings, misinformation, or deliberate attempts to undermine scientific consensus. They can range from denying the existence of climate change to underestimating its impacts. Understanding these myths is crucial, as they can hinder efforts to address climate issues effectively. They are like weeds in a garden, distracting from the beauty and truth of the actual landscape. By dissecting these myths, we can better appreciate the genuine challenges posed by climate change and work towards viable solutions. 2. The role of historical context in climate myths. Many climate myths are deeply rooted in historical contexts. During the Industrial Revolution, for example, the world witnessed unprecedented technological advancement, which came with increased carbon emissions. At that time, little was understood about the environmental impacts of these emissions. This lack of knowledge laid the groundwork for myths that continue to persist today, such as the notion that human activities have minimal impact on the climate. Historical events and shifts in understanding have shaped how societies view climate change, often leading to misconceptions that are passed down through generations. By examining the historical backdrop of these myths, we can gain insight into why they persist and how to address them. 3. The environmental context. Nature's signals. Nature has always communicated changes in the environment, yet these signals are sometimes misinterpreted or ignored. For instance, the increase in extreme weather events is a clear indicator of a changing climate, yet some myths suggest these are merely natural cycles. From shrinking ice caps to rising sea levels, the environmental context provides evidence that counters many climate myths. Ignoring these signals is like ignoring a smoke alarm. It doesn't stop the fire, and it only increases the potential for damage. By aligning our understanding with nature's signals, we can dispel myths and focus on the realities of climate change. 4. Scientific evidence versus climate myth. Science provides a robust framework for understanding climate change, yet myths often arise from a misinterpretation or outright rejection of scientific evidence. The overwhelming majority of climate scientists agree that climate change is real and largely driven by human activities. However, myths persist that suggest otherwise, often fueled by a small minority of skeptics. This disconnect between scientific evidence and public perception can be likened to a game of telephone, where the original message gets distorted along the way. Emphasizing the importance of scientific literacy can help bridge this gap and dispel myths that cloud the truth. 5. Economic interests and the propagation of myths. Economic interests have played a significant role in the propagation of climate myths. Industries that rely heavily on fossil fuels often resist acknowledging the reality of climate change, as it threatens their profits. This resistance can manifest in the form of misinformation campaigns designed to cast doubt on climate science. It's akin to a magician's sleight of hand, diverting attention away from the facts to maintain the status quo. By understanding the economic motivations behind these myths, we can better navigate the landscape of misinformation and advocate for policies that prioritize environmental sustainability. 6. Cultural beliefs and their influence on climate myths. Cultural beliefs and values can also influence the prevalence of climate myths. In some societies, there is a deep-rooted belief in human dominion over nature, leading to the perception that environmental changes are inconsequential. These cultural narratives can perpetuate myths that downplay the severity of climate change. It's similar to a story passed down through generations, shaping perceptions and behaviors. By fostering a culture that values environmental stewardship and acknowledges the interconnectedness of all life, we can challenge these myths and encourage more sustainable practices. 7. The role of media in shaping perceptions. The media plays a crucial role in shaping public perceptions of climate change, and it can either challenge or reinforce climate myths. Sensationalism and the pursuit of ratings can sometimes lead to the spread of misinformation. Conversely, responsible journalism can help debunk myths and educate the public about the realities of climate change. The media acts as a mirror, reflecting societal attitudes and beliefs. By promoting accurate, science-based information, the media can help shift public discourse towards a more informed understanding of climate issues. 8. Education as a tool to counter climate myths. Education is one of the most powerful tools in countering climate myths. By equipping individuals with the knowledge and skills to critically evaluate information, we can foster a more informed public. This education should start at an early age and continue throughout life, emphasizing the importance of scientific literacy and environmental awareness. It's akin to planting seeds in fertile soil, nurturing a generation that can discern fact from fiction. Through education, we can empower individuals to challenge myths and advocate for meaningful action on climate change.